Hi, friends. Before we dive into this week's episode, I want to share with you about my signature course, She Sells Wholesale. I know so many of you guys ask questions about how do you get started with wholesaling because it can be complicated. I know because I have been there. And when I first started wholesaling my candles with my candle company, Hart Design Co., I failed miserably for several months, but I hit month 3 and I had my candles in over 120 retailers. So I am sharing with you my exact framework inside my signature course, She Sells Wholesale, and you can jump on the wait list at shesellswholesale.com. I only open up the course twice a year, so you want to make sure that you get on the wait list so you know when the course opens up, and it's opening soon. I will actually send you a free gift when you sign up on the wait list. So check it out at shesellswholesale.com. That's shesellswholesale.com. Happy Thanksgiving, She Sells Differently listeners. Whether you're listening to this while you are preparing your Thanksgiving meal, you're driving to see family, or maybe you're hiding out in a guest room for a quick breather, a moment to yourself, I get it. I am grateful that you are here. I cannot believe that it is almost Thanksgiving Day. When this episode airs, it will be Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving is absolutely a day that is built on gratitude. I love this verse in Psalm 100. It says, "Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name." Thanksgiving is so often just overshadowed with Black Friday. And listen, I'm here for a good sale. I'm all about great discounts. But this is not the commercial Black Friday kind of gratitude that we're going to talk about today. It's not the doorbuster chaos, but it's the genuine appreciation for people who make our work and our lives meaningful. If you are a small business owner, a creator, an entrepreneur, this season can often just hit differently because, listen, being an entrepreneur is a roller coaster ride. Am I right? We're deeply thankful for every client, every customer, but we're also entering into the holiday pressure cooker. Sales, discounts, promotions everywhere you look. And so that is why for today's Thanksgiving episode, I want to flip the script just a little bit because somewhere along the way, showing appreciation, it got tangled up in our industry with offering a discount or cutting our prices. And while discounts can have a place, they're not gratitude and they don't build loyalty. So I want you to think about it. They don't convey the kind of heartfelt appreciation that your customers deserve. So before we start, I want to ask you a question and think about this. When was the last time a business made you feel truly appreciated and seen? Not because they gave you 20% off, but because they made you feel seen. If you can think of a moment like that, you already know. The best thank yous are human, they're personal, and they're memorable. And they're not discounts. They're not margin killers. And so today, I am going to be diving into 3 powerful discount-free ways to show appreciation, especially as we go into the holiday season and Q4. So let's dive on in. Hi, friends. Welcome to She Sells Differently, the show for aspiring women entrepreneurs looking to overcome the fear of selling and grow thriving businesses from a place of authenticity and confidence. I'm Andee Hart, and it wasn't all that long ago that I was a sales executive for a Fortune 500 company. But I knew in my heart that I was called to use my gifts for something more, something different. That's exactly why I created the She Sells Differently podcast. Each episode is going to deliver you business strategies, tools, and mindset shifts to help set you and your brand apart from our culture's expectations. It's time to elevate your sales and build a profitable, sustainable business you're proud of. One built on integrity, grace, and humility. It's time to learn how to sell differently. Right now, your inbox is probably full of thank you, take 25% off. It is the default, right? Want to show customers gratitude? Drop a sale. But here's why this approach doesn't hit the way we think it does. It trains customers to wait for deals. And so when appreciation equals discount, loyalty becomes transactional and people start timing their purchases instead of valuing the brand. And it doesn't build emotional loyalty. Have you ever felt closer to a brand because they gave you a coupon code? Probably not. A discount doesn't say, I see you. I appreciate you. It says, please buy from me again. It also quietly erodes your margins and your brand messaging. So especially for small businesses, discounting as the main expression of gratitude, it slowly chips away at profitability, and it also shifts customers' expectations. And so suddenly your customers are now thinking, why is this full price? They always have a sale. And I venture to guess that is not the legacy that you want to build for your company, and especially not during a season that is meant to center around gratitude and connection. So if discounts don't create loyalty, then what does? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's jump into 3 high-impact ways to say thank you that won't cost you your bottom line and will actually strengthen the emotional connection with your customers. 1, personalized notes and meaningful acknowledgement. And this one sounds simple, but it's wildly underrated. A personalized note, it can be handwritten, it can be typed, or even a thoughtful voice message, has a disproportionate emotional impact. People remember when a business takes the time to say, hey, I see you and thank you for choosing us. So here's some examples. A handwritten thank you card with their name spelled correctly. That's critical right there. If you misspell the name, it was all for nothing. Or a milestone note. Hey, you've been with us a year. Thank you so much. It means the world. A personal detail. I love the colors or the scent that you picked. Maybe a welcome message for a new customer. There's lots of different tools and software out there that you can utilize if you want to scale this. You can utilize tools that do this for you and automate this process. I actually just invested in one that is a video messaging software that is personalized for my clients. And it is me messaging them, simply saying thank you. It takes just a few minutes, but it's personalized. So instead of the generic thanks for your order, it's Sarah, this is your 3rd purchase with us, and I'm so grateful for your trust. It's personal, it's specific, it's human, it's memorable, and it builds emotional loyalty in a way that discounts never could. I actually tried this out not too long ago for the first time, and the response was overwhelming. I actually had a customer reply back and say, I had to pick my jaw up off the floor because they had never had someone take the time to reply with a video message. Friends, it took me 30 seconds to do that. And now I have a customer for life for 30 seconds to show my gratitude. So here is the second strategy. People love feeling like insiders, and access creates a belonging. In fact, access often feels more valuable than money does. So here are some examples that you can offer. Maybe it's early access to a new product or service, or maybe it's behind the scenes previews. You could do VIP or founder list if you segment your email list out. Maybe it's a private beta invitation to something exclusive or a sneak peek of upcoming product ideas or drops. When you do this, these moments signal you're part of my inner circle. And here's the beautiful thing. This access, it costs you nothing, but it feels priceless to your audience. Just make sure you frame it as a privilege and not a promotion. So try something like, because you've been such an important part of my community, I wanted to let you in early. This creates emotional stickiness, and people remember when they're treated like insiders. Here's a third strategy. Create community and recognition. And this is similar to the second, but a little bit different. Humans want to belong, full stop. We want to be a part of a community. And when your business creates opportunities for customers to be seen, highlighted, and celebrated, it builds a deep relationship. And here's some ways to bring this to life. Feature a customer of the month, sharing client stories or photos or highlighting your customer wins. When you repost user-generated content and thank them personally, or create a branded community hashtag and feature your customers in your newsletter or on your social feed, this turns your customers into your advocates and not just buyers. And what it conveys to them is that they matter and that they are a part of your brand's story. And so, especially during the holidays, I challenge you that when people are ready and they're already feeling reflective, try this out, because this kind of recognition will absolutely hit differently. And of course, we are all about doing things differently here at She Sells Differently. Let's ground this into your own brand for just a minute. So I want you to think about this and ask yourself which of these strategies that I talked about feels most authentic for your business and your specific customers. Which would make them feel most appreciated, truly appreciated and seen? Which one could you actually commit to as part of a weekly or a monthly gratitude rhythm? I know you are probably already in the thick of planning holiday content. And so this is the perfect time to intentionally layer in appreciation and not just be reactive about showing gratitude. You can absolutely still run those promotions and those holiday sales if that aligns with your strategy. I have, and I will continue to do that. But also take time to let the appreciation come through and show your personal gratitude, not just your pricing. That's what people remember, and that is what builds loyalty, and that's what creates stories customers tell. So as we wrap up this Thanksgiving episode, here's your quick recap. You can show gratitude without slashing prices. In fact, you're going to build stronger, deeper relationships when you offer personalized, meaningful acknowledgement. Give access to your customers instead of discounts. Celebrate your community and make them the hero. And now a little gratitude from me to you. Thank you, friends, for listening to the She Sells Differently show. It means the world to me for supporting this podcast. I have been doing this show for almost 2 years now and don't plan to slow down. So we have a lot more amazing content coming up in 2026. So thank you for being a part of this community. It truly means more than you know. If you want to send a simple thank you back my way, here's one of the best things you can do. Leave a review for the podcast. It takes 30 seconds. It's totally free. And it helps more people find this show, and it truly makes a huge difference. Thank you for spending part of your Thanksgiving with me. I'm grateful for you, and I hope your day is full of connection, warmth, and maybe a second slice of pie. Happy Thanksgiving, my friends, and until next time, I'm cheering you on. All right, that's a wrap on today's episode of She Sells Differently. Friends, it would be a huge blessing to me if you would take 2 seconds to rate and subscribe to my podcast. New episodes drop every Wednesday. Until then, I'm cheering you on in your entrepreneurial journey. See you next time.